So who's ready for the AFL finals? I know I am. But first, we need to see how our predictions went in round 24. But Charlie did mine, so I don't think they did very well. Yes, we are still going. We've got the finals to predict as well. But round 24, let's see how we did. Now, Charlie did all of the picking last week. I gave her a little bit of input, but not enough, hopefully, to make her mind up. So let's see how she did. Now, Friday the 25th, it was Essendon versus Collingwood, and she rightly predicted that Collingwood were going to win. But Essendon were awful. Essendon, I think in the first two quarters, in the first half, they only had like 2 points. They were just dreadful. 9% of people went for them. I feel sorry for you guys. Collingwood won by 70. Charlie predicted a 24-point win for Collingwood. So, unfortunately, she does not get a close score. How many people? 1, 2, 3. I think about 4 people. About 4 people got a close score. So, well done to you. Absolute massive scoreline for Collingwood in contrast to Essendon. Then Saturday, Hawthorn versus Fremantle. Annoyingly, I would have gone for Fremantle. Just saying. I know it's easy saying that in hindsight, but I would have gone for Fremantle. Charlie did Hawthorn by 11 points. Actually, Fremantle won by 37. So we get nothing. However, 31% of people went for Fremantle. So if you did go for them, well done. You would have been in the minority for that one, and you would have got those points. Not a lot of people got the extra half a point for the close score either. So well done if you picked Fremantle there. Then this, I think, wow. I'm amazed that 9% of people thought North were going to win this. There's been the few games this year that I thought, right, this is Fremantle. This is North's chance, right? And they always fail. And then they do it. Then they do it against Gold Coast. What the hell happened? It was a nothing game for either of them, really. Gold Coast still in 15th and North in 17th. It was... Yeah, North have gone up a place. That's about it. But it was a nothing game. A high-scoring game from both teams, though. But Charlie did Gold Coast by 20. North won by 35. Very good. Well done, North. Good way to finish your season, I suppose. Even though you finished 17th, so it means nothing. Then Brisbane versus St Kilda. I have no idea why she picked Saints. Why did she pick Saints? Of course they were not going to win. They were never going to win against Brisbane at the Gabba. I shouldn't. It was you guys that made me do this. You guys were like, oh, get Charlie to pick. I would have got more points this week. Anyway, she did St Kilda to win by 1 point. However, Brisbane won by 12. And annoyingly, 1 point off a close score as well. So I don't even get a close score. We're in the 6% of losers. Poor old Charlie. Then it was Geelong versus Western Bulldogs. Now, Charlie did predict Bulldogs to win this. I think I would have gone Bulldogs as well. She did Western Bulldogs by 7. They won by 25. So we get a point for the result, but not the score. That is Geelong's season done from 1st to 12th. Not good for Geelong. I didn't think they'd do as well, and people thought, said, oh, you're so... Yeah, they haven't done as well. I didn't predict them to do this badly, though. Then, West Coast Eagles versus Adelaide Crows. It's a bit late for the Crows, unfortunately. Yes, all right. Let's mention the previous week, shall we? Let's mention round 23. From my first look at the replay, it did look like the ball hit the padding. So if it hit the padding, the Swans versus Crows last kick. If it hit the padding, then it's no goal. We all appreciate that, right? However, I would say if it was 100% that it didn't hit the padding, then okay, that's fine. However, all I would say is Swans were the better team for the first 3 quarters. We were awful in the last quarter. So you can't say Carlton deserved to win. The team that deserves to win is the team that scores the most goals. And you can say, well, Carlton technically scored the most. However, unfortunately, mistakes may happen sometimes. And it's cost the Crows. It's cost the Crows. Unfortunate. But the serious point, though, the serious point without having a smile on my face, the serious point is I have been saying for the last 2.5 years about certain things that needed to be brought in AFL. For example, video assistant referees. There is no reason why the AFL cannot have video assistant referees, whether it's for things like violent conduct, and that links into yellow and red cards that I've spoken about a lot, but also incidents like this. There's no reason why a video assistant referee can't look at that and see. Now, whether that's while the play's carrying on or if it breaks the play up, I don't know. But it's, yes, we have Swans have evidently benefited from it. But shit happens. You can't rely. And this is another thing. You can't rely you can't blame an umpire for that one decision when you've had 79 minutes to score more goals than the other team. One incident doesn't create the match, so that's all I'm going to say. And I will get bitter comments, I know, but I don't care. Sunday, 27th, Port versus Richmond. Charlie got this bang on, actually. Charlie did Port by 30. Port won by 31. Port have had a brilliant season. It was nip and tuck. They only finished one win off top spot off Collingwood. So they had a really good season considering what they finished. Was it about, where was it? It was between 9th and 12th last year, I think. That it was just outside of the top 8. So well done to them. And then Sydney versus Melbourne. I didn't watch this because I was in London. Sydney 56, Melbourne 77, and Charlie did Swans by 17, so I get absolutely nothing. Melbourne won by 21. I'm not necessarily confident for us. I am not confident. However, Carlton, as you can see right there, Carlton also lost their last game. Charlie did GWS to win, which I think I would have called. Only 14% of people chose that. She did them to win by 3. They actually beat Carlton by 32. Really good win by GWS, which pushes them up to 6th place as well. And that is the end of game week 24. And the leaderboard, Jackson is still at the top. He is still doing really well. We've had a little change between Azimus and Frenchie. They have been fighting it out for second place there, and we've still got a few more games to go. Kev solidly in there, and oh yeah, he's just about in there. It's close actually between, maybe even the top 8 could still change, but Jackson is there at the top. Let's see who, any big movement. Paul up 8 points, up 8 places, sorry, that's pretty good. Aussie Austrian down 6. Oh no, he's still in the top 20. Who else have we got? Any big movements? Hazy up 8 places. Godra down 5. The Wooden Spoon, down 9 places. Tasha gets the Wooden Spoon, but Magpie Paulie is down 14. Oh God, I'm down 1. I'm down 1. I'm down at 54th. Distinctively average season. The golden hat this week goes to Kaushen. Well done. So it brings us to the first qualifying round. There are 4 games to play. Now, Collingwood versus Melbourne. Both teams are at home, so there's no real advantage there. Melbourne technically have the better form, but obviously Collingwood finished top of the league and they had a really good season on the whole. It's a really tricky one. It is a really tricky one. I might go D's. D's are going to pull it out the bag, surely. I'm going to go... this will probably be the hardest week of predicting, I reckon. But I am going to go D's by 10. D's by 10. It should be a close game. Both teams are really strong this season. So I'm going to do D's by 10. Maybe that little bit of extra form is going to push them through. I don't know. I don't think it's going to make any difference, but could go either way. Anyway, next one, MCG. Are they all at the MCG? No, they're not all at the MCG. This just shows how top-heavy Victorian teams are, right? Friday, MCG, Carlton versus Sydney Swans. Both teams' form in the last, 7 games is identical. Carlton lost to GWS last week. Swans lost to the D's last week. I have to pick Swans, right? That'll annoy Carlton fans. All I want to say to Carlton fans is well done, okay? Carlton looked out of it. Dead and buried, Carlton looked. However, well done. Take that, run away with it. Stop crying in the comments, all right? All these Carlton fans. Well done, Carlton. But Swans are going to win. Carlton are going to crumble, and Swans are going to win. So I'm going to, if we can survive the last quarter, Swans by 3. Yeah, there you go. Swans by 3. I'm going to go a low score because the games we have won, we just crumble in the last quarter. Honestly, we go to absolute pot in the last quarter. So if we do win, it may not be by a lot. And that's just going by the evidence in previous games, which we have won. So there you go. Swans by 3. Odd number, but hey-ho. Saturday the 9th, St Kilda. How they stayed in it, I don't know. Saints versus GWS. I'm going to go... I know it's at MCG, but I don't think that makes any difference apart from travel. But is it really that far from Sydney to Melbourne? No, it's not. Done it, so no, it's not. I'm going to go GWS. I think GWS have performed pretty well. St Kilda were lucky to hold on, in my opinion anyway. I'm going to do GWS by 20. Then, last game, it's at the Gabba. So, obviously, Brisbane have the advantage. Can Port? They had a real bad losing run, which lost them a little bit of ground. But they then did pick up 3 wins in their last 3 games. Can Port? I think Port deserve it. After where they finished last year, I would love it if Port win. I don't think they will. But I'm going to go with Port anyway. So, I'm going to go Port by 10. Yeah, I'm going to go Port by 10. Look, it's not going to be easy playing Brisbane at the Gabba. But I just want Port to win because I'm just really pleased with how they did this year. And I think they deserve it. But technically, you could say Brisbane deserve it. But I just mean in contrast to last year. So there's my picks. So for the qualifying first round, I have gone Melbourne by 10, Sydney by 3, GWS by 20, and Port by 10. Now, all those picks could be completely wrong. I could get all of them wrong, actually, because that's the finals. It really can go any way. It really, really can. It's going to be so exciting. Now, as of filming this, I'm filming this on the 30th of August. It will be released tomorrow on the 31st of August, if this month has 31 days. If it doesn't, then it's definitely the 31st. Anyway, a week and a half, and we'll be in Australia. Oh my God, for the second time. We cannot wait. Hopefully Swans will win, and it may, depending on where we are, it may give us a chance to watch them. And if we get to the grand final, then fingers crossed 2 years in a row. This has been so much fun. Thank you so much for joining me. I wish my picks were a little bit better, but I'm glad you guys can impress me. You guys can impress me, especially Jackson. What the hell is going on in his brain? How is he so good at this? We're going to look back at how we did in the league as well in the next video. Thank you so much for joining in. Honestly, it means the world to me. There'll be meet and greets as well when we're in Australia, which will be awesome. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.